Hi, how are you? Welcome to Ikate's Crossing. Okay, so we're looking into the Sibyls Oraculum. Okay, another deck by Tiana Lee McQuilla. Okay, and the artwork by Caitlin V. Bossy. Okay, so this deck is quite unique in the way it's been created. Now, again, not of this faith or beliefs, but the way it's been done, Oracle of the Black Doves of Africa, I think it gives you a really good learning curve, if you know what I mean. It gives you something else to learn about, to discover, to use in your meditation, reflection, readings for others, however you want to do it. Now, this deck is quite unique in the way that it's been created. There are parts to it. So we have the black cards here, which are the core principles. Now, that's a bit I did remember. Next, we have, sorry, I just need to check how they call these. Okay, so yeah, and then you've got the copper cards, which are the projection cards. Okay, so core issue, projection, and then you've got the blue and the red cards, and they are the action cards. Okay, so you've got the action cards here in the blue and the red. Now, the blue cards are what's called synthesis, and the red cards for the action cards is gradual progress. So, your core issues, accumulation, your core issue, core issue, projection cards, you've got your blue action cards and red action cards. I don't know why I said that was the titles on the cards. Sorry, yeah. So we've got the core issue, as I said, the fundamental cards, the projection cards, and then you've got your two action cards. So the blue set relates to the suggested internal state of mind the querent should foster in relation to the question, and the red set relates to the external. So internal, external. Internal state of mind, external response to the situation. That's how we're going to do that. Okay, so what they say to do, this is what they say. Consult the Sibyls Oraculum by following these 6 steps. First, you have a question that says, comment on getting back together with, comment on loaning money to, comment on what lesson I need to master in this lifetime, comment on the meaning of the dream I had last night. And then you shuffle the black core. Oh, you're actually supposed to shuffle the whole deck, but you only choose one black card, core card. Then you keep shuffling the deck. Okay, they're saying that you should all put all the cards together and then shuffle. But choose a black card, a black core card, a copper projection card, and then one blue action card, and then one red action card. Then once all the 4 cards. Okay, so that's how they're saying you should put all the cards together. So kind of interesting. So shall we do that? Let's put all the cards together. Okay. Let's shuffle. Oops. Let's put these. Okay, let's shuffle. And I'm going to choose a black card. going to keep shuffling. And then I'm going to choose a copper card. Okay, copper card. Okay, now I'm going to shuffle and choose a blue card. Okay, and then I'm going to keep shuffling and choose a red card. Okay, so the core issue. Okay, transformation. Okay, transformation is the core. The projection card is complexity. Oh, it's like things like our changes and things that are going on with us is going to be quite complex. Kind of interesting. And then we've got the inner state with the action is prioritizing. So we're trying to prioritize things in our mind, our mental state. Now the outer responses is transcendence. So things are going to move up. But let's look at it a little bit more. So we've got core issue card. So let's go through and do each. Okay, core issues. The first card was transformation, right? Look and see what questions. So just have a little look here. Transformation is our only fate. Key symbol, the swan, represents flexibility and gracefulness to others. The swan seems to be in great danger with its neck bent back like that, but the swan knows it is completely safe, despite all appearances to the contrary. That his attitude, we must take to the victorious, is symbolized by the olive and the laurel leaves. Okay, there's a bit of a religio mythical associations with Ptah and Heka, which I'm not going to go into a lot of details about. There is a little bit of a commentary, and then the questions to consider. How has a situation or circumstance altered your self-perception? Is someone else's transformation also forcing you to transform or to redefine yourself? How can you make the situation work for you instead of against you? Are you aware that it's time to move on, but are fighting to hold on to an idea, situation, or person out of fear of losing a comfortable identity that you associate with it or them? And what must you transform to achieve that goal? How hard are you trying to change? Kind of interesting. Next one was the projection card. Okay, the projection card. Let's have a look. Okay, projection cards reflect the rationalization or justifications in the querent's mind that are preventing them from seeing the core issue. They are the comfortable mask of excuses that are placed on the truth that, if not removed and worked out, will eventually cause, can be troubling, can be a challenge. Right, so what's the challenge? So complexity. So it feels like everything's quite complex. It's my perception. Everything can get a bit complex, okay? Omens of the stars in our night sky. Oops. The immortal jellyfish represents adaptability. This amazing creature may be killed or eaten by predators, but it never biologically dies when the jellyfish reaches full maturity. It simply makes itself a polyp again by converting its cells. The process is called transdifferentiation. That's interesting. Okay, religio, mythical associations, conum, the commentary, and then the divinatory meaning. If you get complexity in a reading, it is certain that you are choosing to ignore the obvious. In fact, you're probably not even surprised by the core issue card you selected. If you're prone to pessimism, be aware that this card may be a warning not to ignore the clear signs of a wonderful opportunity. If there are no hints of insincerity, then be aware that you might be complicating your life by entertaining unfounded fears. Okay, kind of interesting. Making things more difficult than they need to be. Okay, next one is the action blue card, right? The internal mental state, if you like. So prioritizing. So mentally. So let's have a look and see what it says here. Okay, action cards. The action cards are the oracle's advice to the querent about what to immediately do next in relation to the query. The action cards are divided into blue and red. The blue set relates to the internal state of mind the querent should foster in relation to the question, and the red set relates to the suggested external response to the situation. The logic being the thoughts are always precede actions and therefore are casual agents that affect everything that happens afterwards. Thus, what one thinks is just as much an action as picking up a glass. Okay, so let's do, the first card was prioritize. Oh my god, that wind is just crazy. Okay, prioritizing. Importance depends on import. The wheat represents the harvest and the handmill represents tedious work that must be done to ensure that we get substance from what we have gathered. And then you've got Seros or Nadaba and Seros as a religio-mythological association, and divinatory meaning. Review your top priorities in life, then consider how achieving whatever you have asked about will help you accomplish, improve, or maintain the well-being of these top priorities. And then the last one is transcendence. Okay, so the external. Okay, the external. You swam the transcendent depths of the womb. It is there you learnt what is right for you. It is here that you have met others who have also forgotten their way. The key symbol is the cowrie shell. Represents depth, transcendent knowledge, and good fortune. Amphitrite, Amphorite was a pre-Hellenic goddess. Okay. Divinatory meaning. This is an important test, even if it doesn't appear to be. Maintain right thought, put the ego in check, and take the high road for the best outcome. Okay, that's kind of interesting to reflect on. Okay, you think of the transformation, the changes that are going on. Is that going on internally within you? Is that part of somebody else's transformation that's forcing you to make some changes that you might need? Maybe we're making things a little bit more complex than they need to be. Maybe we need to sort of simplify a little bit in this situation. We need to work out what's important. Definitely work out what's our priority, what's important to us at this time mentally. And then with right action is the sense of, I get the sense of raising one's vibration, a sense of, I just feel that sense of rising, putting the ego in check, taking the high road to the situation. Don't lower your vibration. Maybe it's quite important. Interesting cards to think about for today. Okay, so that's it from me. This is one way I think you can work with this deck. This is what's suggested in the book, and I'm sure there are other ways that I want to explore a little bit more in regard to this this deck. I don't think it needs to be where you've chosen one card from each thing. I think there could be many other ways that you could use this deck, but it'll be interesting for me to explore. Okay, so that's it. Don't forget to check the links down below. Check the links on my channel. Like, subscribe, and ring the bell so you know when the next video will be uploaded. Don't forget you can check out Ko-Fi for a reading or a service. Don't forget, if you're a member, there's discounts and free downloads, previews with videos, behind the scenes stuff goes on there. Don't forget you can also check out Fiverr. I've got a store on Fiverr if you've got a reading that you want. Maybe you want to go through Fiverr instead of Ko-Fi. That's totally up to you. You can also go through my blog as well. Maybe something more there for you. Anyway, so that's it from me. Take care and blessed be.